going to be finally decorating my living room for spring. I did share an early spring decorate with me several weeks ago at this point, but I am so excited to go ahead and start decorating the living room. I do focus on a couple different areas, one being the buffet that's behind me, so you guys are getting a little bit of a sneak peek, and then I like to switch out pillow covers on my couches. It's just a really fun, easy, and affordable way to switch up pillow covers instead of continuing to buy pillows. Easy to store them when you're not using those said covers and things like that. I also am going to be using some purple flowers. Can you believe it? Purple flowers here in my living room. I was looking through my garage recently looking for paint, and I stumbled across some lavender stems that look so realistic. I have grown lavender in the past, and I'm telling you, these look so real. I used to use them whenever I would set up at spring markets or just markets in general and use them for staging purposes, and I completely forgot that I had them in my garage. So they are coming in clutch. I'm using them in today's video, and I'm so excited. They are beautiful, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're just gonna be taking you guys along this room, decorating a few nooks and crannies, and then I will show you the overall reveal at the very end. I also want to say, if you guys are interested in all things intentional living, affordable decorating, and thrifting, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you. Subscribing to my channel helps out so much, and every time I go look at my video analytics and things like that, there are over 50% of the people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. So if you would like to stick around and just hang out with me every single week, I hope you consider subscribing, because like I said, I would love to have you so much. So I do post every Monday and Thursday, and we just have a lot of fun over here. I do a lot of day in the life type of things. We are right now in the middle of updating our kitchen. So we are painting kitchen cabinets, which is super fun. I've been doing some vlog style videos on that, going to the hardware store, choosing paint colors, just a lot of fun things. And we're doing some minimal upgrades to our exterior as well. So you don't want to miss out on all these things. It's just a very laid back channel. I love when my home just feels, I don't know, just very relaxing. And I want you to feel like when you're watching my channel, you're here in my home, just hanging out with a girlfriend and just chilling, because that's the vibe that I like to go for. Very casual and relaxing, but also everything just looks really pretty and put together. I like sharing that with you guys. Let's get to decorating. First off, we're going to be starting with my buffet. This is truly one of my favorite things to decorate in my house, and it is new to me as of a couple of years ago. I just had a lot of fun with this, styling it each season. And for spring, I wanted to go with something really light and airy, but still kind of make an impact. So I did end up going with a black vase. I got that on clearance a couple of years ago from Hobby Lobby, and then I have some stems in it that are white, and they have green leaves and things like that on it to just keep a fresh look. Those were thrift store finds several years ago. And then one of the things that I really enjoy doing is layering vintage pictures, or just photos in general, honestly. So the tall one there with the ivory matting is something that was gifted to me, but it was originally thrifted, and the frame in front of that is a thrifted frame, and then I just printed off some art. I'm also using some books that I got at a vintage market, and then this is one of my favorite candles from Walmart this year. It is called Oak and Lavender by the Better Homes and Gardens line. It smells so good, very light and fresh, and perfect for the spring weather. And the lamp on the buffet is something that I have there forever. That is another thrifted find. I got that for $8 several years ago, and it came with a shade. And then to add a pop of mixed metal, I'm adding in some brass candlesticks with some shorter ivory candles. Next up, we're going to be styling the coffee table. I have a crock again that I thrifted several years ago, and this is the beautiful lavender that I was telling you guys about. I found this in my garage. I forgot that I had it, and I really wanted to add in a little bit of color with my florals. So this is perfect. Could not have asked for a better find. I love this so much. It looks extremely realistic, and it really just brightens up the room and gets me really excited for spring. A few other areas that I like to style again are my couches, so I just keep this very minimal with some throw blankets and pillows. Like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, I always just go through my little storage tote that I have that has pillow covers in it. I like to mix and match patterns and colors and things like that, but again, still keep it lighter and fresher for these warmer months. And then I also like to add in a little bit of different pattern blankets and things like that too, and some lighter materials. I feel like that kind of nods
mods to the warmer weather as well. So I have this one here. I got it at Home Goods several years ago. It's really cozy and lightweight, and to add in some fun pattern, I love plaid. I think it's so pretty, and it's a really traditional look for a home, and that is always what I like to go for. Something that is timeless and that goes with every single season and really every single style of home. Next up, adding in one more throw blanket, and then on the side of the couch here, I wanted to add in something to add a little bit warmer of an element. So I keep a basket full of logs, and I just think that's a really pretty touch considering I have the fireplace right across from it. And then last but not least, we're going to be styling our entryway wall. I do have a basket that's flat on the back, and then I have these faux mossy stems. I got those at Home Goods last year, and I really enjoy those in the springtime. And then to add in a very practical element, but something that is kind of decorative as well, is my denim jacket. I wear that a ton in the spring, so perfect item to hang up there on the hooks. That is all of the areas we are styling today, but I do want to show you a couple of areas that I love. These are areas that are pretty much staples in this room. I don't really change them up too much other than Christmas time, and that is this little corner nook here next to my fireplace. I have a thrifted tufted chair that I got several years ago. I have a blanket ladder that I keep up and 2 pieces of art on the wall. And then as far as my mantle goes, I keep this really simple. As you guys can see, I have a crock here with some dried hydrangeas. We have our little heater insert that we like to use inside of our fireplace. John built this fireplace from scratch, and instead of putting an actual insert in there, I wanted to give it more of a cottage vibe by sticking in that heater, and I feel like it's the perfect little element. And then here on this entryway wall, this is just a shot of all of our vintage frames and artwork that I have picked up over the last year or so, and last year I put this together on the wall. But as far as the rest of the room goes, I just like to keep it cohesive with the seasons and just keep it really cozy. This just goes to show you that you don't have to switch out every little bitty thing in your home or in a room to switch it up for the seasons. As you guys could see, I kept lots of the same things in here. I just kind of switched out a few things. One of the things I switched out was the decor on the coffee table. Just kept it super simple. I love the look of a full decorated coffee table with books and candles and all the things, but I gotta keep it realistic here. I have 3 little boys running around here. We have toys out all of the time when they're home. They use this table constantly, and 9 times out of 10 the centerpiece gets put on the floor or in a different area anyway. So instead of constantly moving things all of the time,
I just keep it simple with one little vase that I can just pick up and scoot out of the way when necessary. The main things that I love styling in my living room are the buffet for sure, and then like I said, just like little nooks and crannies that I don't have to put a ton of decor in. So I love keeping my wall art up on our entryway wall. That's something that we did last year. It's very practical because there's lots of hooks. They're constantly filled up with backpacks and diaper bags and purses and coats and all the things. So I love keeping that, but I love the pictures up there. Like I said, it's just a really nice way to add in some traditional charm. It's very cozy and something that you can switch out very affordably. So I love those. And then as far as our fireplace mantle goes, typically I will add some type of flowers or greenery or something like that on the actual mantle itself. But I decided to keep out my dried hydrangeas in a crock. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea simply because they're dried hydrangeas, they're brown, they don't actually look like spring, but in my opinion, making a home feel very cozy and lived in, you need to like switch some things up, use different things that'll catch your eye. To me, that's how it feels, very warm and welcoming, and those are things that I already had, so I didn't go out and spend money on any of that. Simply just moved it from one place to another and it gave it a whole new like fresh look. So I love that idea. And like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, just switching out pillow covers, that is something that you can do so easily. You can buy them on 2-packs on Amazon for very affordable prices. And that's typically what I do at least once a season or once a year even. I'll kind of buy like 1 or 2 packs and just kind of switch out the patterns and things like that. This year, I actually didn't buy any new ones. These are all things that I've had already. I just keep them in my storage closet where I keep my decor and just swap them out and kind of play with patterns that way. So there's lots of very easy, affordable ways that you can decorate a home each season without going out and buying like all new decor. You definitely do not have to do that at all. So that is something that I love to do every single season. Just switch them out, move things from one place to another, kind of piece things together in a different way that you maybe would have never thought of before and give it a fresh new look. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. And like I've said before, be sure to hit that bell notification, that way you're notified every time I post. I post every Monday and Thursday here on YouTube, and then I'm super active over on Instagram as well. So be sure to check me out over there too. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, got some inspiration, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.